By day, the man was a well-dressed forensic doctor, but by night, he secretly engaged in illegal organ trafficking. Amy discovered his crimes and reported him to the police. To her shock, the officer who arrived turned out to be his accomplice. The police chief immediately knocked Amy down and then tried to silence her younger brother as well. But what he didn't expect was that Amy had been hiding a gun all along. Seeing the weapon, the police chief froze and could only watch as they slowly backed out the door. Just then, the intercom crackled to life. The forensic doctor shouted from the other end, "Amy's gun is a fake." Realizing their cover was blown, Amy grabbed her brother and bolted. The chief tried to give chase, but the forensic doctor stopped him because they now had a bigger problem. The liver they had prepared for delivery had been eaten by a dog. In just 30 minutes, the courier was coming to collect it. If they didn't have the goods ready on time, the mob boss would make them pay dearly, maybe even skin them alive. In a moment of panic, the clever police chief came up with a new plan. When the courier arrived, the forensic doctor lured him to the roadside. Then the chief appeared from behind and shot him. Their plan was to use the courier's liver as a substitute for the missing organ. However, the chief's aim was terrible. He ended up shooting the courier right in the liver. Now they had no choice. They had to track down Amy and her brother. Their organs would be the backup plan. They rushed to the surveillance room to find their location, only to discover that the siblings had taken advantage of the distraction to rescue the courier, hiding him in the basement. The two villains quickly suited up with masks and knockout gas, but Amy was prepared this time, equipped with oxygen masks and a series of traps. As the chief crept closer, Amy slammed a hammer down. A container of liquid nitrogen flew across the room, hitting him squarely and knocking him out cold. Meanwhile, on the other side, her brother was found by the forensic doctor and dragged to the operating table. Amy had no choice but to go save him, but the forensic doctor was already hiding in the corner, ready to finish her off too. At the most critical moment, Amy grabbed a bottle of liquid nitrogen nearby and sprayed it furiously at the doctor until his face was completely melted. As he collapsed, Amy returned the favor in kind, removing his liver and handing it over to the courier they had saved earlier. Together, they successfully escaped that terrifying place.